St. Helens re-established their 6-point lead at the top of Super League after they survived a second-half fight-back from Wakefield to win 34-30 at the totally wicked stadium. Regan Grace opened the scoring following a well-worked move from a scrum after the Saints moved the ball quickly to the left to create an overlap, and Grace was the spare man who was put over for an easy try. Trinity leveled the scores shortly after through a somewhat fortunate try for Tom Johnstone. St. Helens had possession just a meter out from their own line and were looking to find a way through the defense. However, Ryan Morgan's offload failed to find a teammate and Johnstone simply plucked the ball out of the air and put it down to score. Embed from Getty Images, but Saints were looking the much more dangerous side and retook the lead when Johnny Lomax scored for the second game in succession. The try was again created downstreet. Helens left edges Ben Barba and Mark Percival combined to find space before one pass inside the fullback put Lomax in the clear to dive over. A controversial try then came for Saints when Tommy Mackinson looked to have knocked on, but the video referee ruled the ball had come off the winger's head and gone backwards despite the ball bouncing towards Trinity's goal line. Danny Richardson picked up to go over unopposed and put the home side in a comfortable position. With just a minute to go before halftime, a penalty was awarded to Saints following a high tackle and they opted to go for goal to make it a 3-score game. Richardson slotted over his fourth conversion of the half to make it 20-6. Embed from Getty Images. Trinity came out from the break full of intent, and 3 tries in the opening 15 minutes of the half saw them take the lead for the first time on the night. First, Ryan Hampshire touchdown after a break by Matty Ashurst to give Wakefield a much-needed confidence boost before Jacob Miller pulled off a fantastic kick and collect to score just minutes later. The momentum was now with the visitors, and an uncharacteristic knock-on by Barba gifted them a full set 10 meters from Saints' line, and Wakefield took full advantage of the opportunity when Mason Cadden-Brown scooted over from acting half to complete the turnaround. They weren't finished there either, as Johnstone scored his second of the night on the back of a flowing move to the left involving Hampshire and Tupou to make it 20-26 after an hour. An explosive 20 minutes on a hot night on Merseyside clearly took its toll, though, as league leaders Saints battled back, starting with a length of the field effort. Mark Percival escaped the defenders and got into the Wakefield half before shifting the ball to Grace, who cut back inside to score. Embed from Getty Images. James Roby then forced his way over after Street. Helens had kept the ball alive as the league leaders went ahead once more, and Zeb Taya sealed the 2 points when he managed to ground the ball despite the attention of several defenders, although replays showed the try should have been disallowed for a double movement. Reese-Line finished brilliantly in the corner to make it 34-30 with little over a minute left, but, despite Wakefield turning down the conversion as they looked to find a leveler, time ran out for Chris Chester's men, who just fell short despite a huge second-half effort. What we've learned: Saints survive Scare Street. Helens had to dig deep to secure their 17th Super League win of the season after Wakefield shot out of the traps at the start of the second half to take a surprise lead. In the end, though, Saints showed why they are in such a commanding position in the league as they went up another level to avoid just a third defeat of the season. Wakefield can feel hard done by although they lost. Wakefield can feel proud of their efforts in the knowledge that, with a little more luck, they could easily have come away with a win. James Batchelor arguably should have been awarded a penalty try after the ball was kicked out of his hands as he went to ground it, and Zeb Taya's score should have been chalked off for a double movement. If those decisions, as well as a few others, would have gone in their favor, then Trinity could have been celebrating a double over the Saints in 2018. Man of the match: James Roby, St. Helens. After playing for England in Denver last week, 32-year-old Roby backed up to play a key part in his team's win. As always, his hard work in both attack and defense shone through, and it was fitting that it was his try that put Saints back in front. Embed from Getty Images. The result: St. Helens 34 tries, Grace 2, Lomax, Richardson, Roby, Taya. Goals: Richardson 5, drop goals, N.A. Wakefield Trinity 30 tries, Johnston 2, Hampshire, Miller, Catton Brown, line. Goals: Finn 3. Drop goals: North A squad, St. Helens, Barba, Mackinson, Morgan, Percival, Grace, Lomax, Richardson, Douglas, Roby, Thompson, Payroll, Taya, Wilkin. Replacements: Fages, McCarthy, Scarsbrook, Knowles, Lees. Wakefield Trinity, Hampshire, Catton Brown, Topo, line, Johnston, Miller, Finn, England, Brandell, Fafita, Batchelor, Ashurst, Aaron. Replacements: Wood, Hurst, Polly, Anakin. Referee: James Child.